season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's all about the Eastern Conference. That's where the action is today as the Atlanta Hawks get ready to battle. And it's their first look at this year's Pistons here for the first game of the NBA's 82-game regular.
Goal.
Yeah, and the future's bright for him, Greg. Not just tonight and not just this season, but for years to come.
Now here's Schroeder, guarded by Jackson. Hardaway kicks to Freak. Back to Hardaway. 6 to shoot. Schroeder passes to Freak. Up and in from the low block. Freak gets it to go, and that's not just any basket, folks. Those are his first points here in the NBA. There's the screen. It's Jackson with the drive. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge, Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Here's Splitter. It's tipped.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Jackson. That's good. Now just a 2-point Atlanta lead.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Now here's Schroeder, guarded by Jackson. Schroeder passes to Freak. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Hawks lead by 2. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta. Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player and the best teammate I could be. But this is an exciting first step, no doubt.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective for most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach to the game. What remains to be seen, though, is will that translate to consistent production on the court.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Johnson is out there with Anthony Tolliver, and it's Baines in at the 5. He's off on the first. After a rookie season in which he really struggled, Dennis Schroeder made big strides last year.
Yeah, I think pretty much dramatic improvements across the board, Kevin. Really a most improved candidate for sure. He solidified that reserve unit for the Hawks, in my opinion.
There's the screen. Here's Baines, Splitter covering. For the 3. Tolliver, no luck. Atlanta leading by 3. 16 feet away, and the basket good. Here's Caldwell Pope. It's tipped. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Now here's Schroeder. He's covered closely, and he gets the bucket. And now a 7-point Hawks lead.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number one for them right now. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Take a look at the rankings. Let's see where Detroit ended up last season. Third in second chance points, fourth in rebounding. And they were top 10 in fewest team turnovers. This team has a number of players that take care of the ball and value every possession.
And just go revisit those numbers in terms of second chance points. That was elite, and they weren't shy about sticking their nose in there and going after the ball.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Al Horford, he's checked in for Splitter. Millsap comes in for Scott, and Tavo Cephalosha subbed in for Hardaway.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession. And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one.
And you know what?
Pistons trail by 11. To the middle, here's Caldwell Pope. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Atlanta's gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Hawks.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
It's Jackson with the drive and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two.
And guys, Reggie Jackson was at the end of a yo-yo last season. He starts at Oklahoma for an injured Westbrook. Westbrook comes back, sends Jackson to the bench. Then Oklahoma sends Jackson to Detroit, where he fills in for another injured starter in Brandon Jennings for the rest of the year.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
No good on the second free throw. Now getting back to Jackson, he showed several times last season that he has that starter ability. The Thunder knew they wouldn't have the money to re-sign him, Clark, in free agency, so they traded him to avoid losing him for nothing.
Yeah, and that's a good move. And with the Pistons, Jackson finished the season strong, while the Thunder, without Jackson or Durant's contributions, missed the playoffs for the first time in years.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. There's the pick. There's 1:26 left in the first half. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots. The Hawks leading by 11. Schroeder with the ball. He has 5.
Move the ball and stick it too much.
To the paint. Splitter, that's good. Splitter's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Jackson kicks to Baines. Down low, here's Johnson, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
I thought they did a better job of getting it inside in the first. I mean, they were conscious of throwing that ball in the paint and attacking the rim.
And guys, he's not the tallest or most imposing wing player, but Stanley Johnson has incredible strength and really unmatched confidence. One reason why so many were high on him in the draft.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. 17-foot shot on the way. And that one goes long.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for them.
Yeah, but they've got to find a way to convert those extra possessions into points if they're going to come back in this one.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Schroeder kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Splitter. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Splitter's got 8 points.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's the three. And no good trying to get that one. And we finished one half of basketball. Hawks ahead, up 10. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
All right, listen up, guys. Way to come out strong in the first half. Taking care of business. TCB. We're being unselfish with the ball, and it's working. All the scoring opportunities have been coming because of the passing on that end of the floor, and I want to see that continue. Ball security was probably our high point. Let's continue to keep a tight handle on the ball and not try to thread too many needles with our passes. And just to talk about what we want for the pace of the game, I'd say nice and steady suits us just fine. It doesn't have to be a track meet. That's all, and that should be enough. We're in a good spot. There's a W waiting for us out there. So let's go out there and get it.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Check out the game for Corver. He's got 10 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
New group on the floor. And a different look here for the Pistons. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Ilyasova. Johnson comes in for Morris. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Meeks. And it's Jackson in for Brandon Jennings. Freak in at shooting guard. Mike Scott out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Splitter, so that's the lineup for Atlanta. Now here's Schroeder, guarded by Jackson. Schroeder passes to Splitter. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. And the one thing Tiago Splitter gives you every year, Clark, is consistency. The numbers, the effort, the results, all very familiar every year.
Yeah, his game is really built on the intangibles. He hustles, he knows where he's supposed to be, he gets to the right spot at the right time, crashes the boards, takes charges. He does all the little stuff.
Johnson sets the screen for Jackson. Now Drummond, right wing. Caldwell-Pope kicks to Baines. That's good. Baines has got 6.
And for Tiago Splitter, he's been a relatively unsung player in his career, never getting his number called on offense, receiving little recognition from the media, but providing tough defense in the post. He shot over 55%, crashes the boards in the 20 minutes or so of game that he gets. So that's been good enough to really establish a productive career. You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is.
Jackson's got 4 assists now tonight. The Hawks leading by 16.
You know, getting back to Splitter, yes, you need superstars to win in this league, but you also need guys like him, guys who put the team first, will bust the gut to carry out their responsibilities on the floor, off the court. and in the locker room. You need all of that to be a championship team.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
And a wide open look for Freak. Hits it from three-point range. Freak's got 11 points. Well, with Freak, Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready, and he's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Caldwell Pope. That 3 off the mark.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Outside Hardaway. There's the pick. Kicks to Freak. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. Pistons trail by 21. It's Jackson with the drive. Great D that time from Hardaway.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Johnson sends the screen for Jackson. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Caldwell Pope's got 11 points.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he can.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
Atlanta making some changes. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Marcus Morris comes in for Johnson. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Jennings in for Reggie Jackson. Detroit's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And Detroit, looking at who they've got, Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt. Ilyasova out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Morris in at the small forward position.
And something that's been whispered about around the NBA is expansion. We know there are some markets that want desperately to have an NBA team. The NBA might not be at 30 teams for the foreseeable future.
They set the pick. With the teardrop, good on the shot.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Ilyasova, and another field goal in his total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
The Pistons have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Jennings dishes to Bullock. Tolliver for 3. No luck. Atlanta leading by 23. Here's Freak. Bullock with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Yeah, that one put him over the limit, and if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
Let's take a moment here to get... Here's Jackson. And they double up Jackson. Jennings wide open. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Now here's Freak. D right on him. Stolen by Jackson. And here's the fast break.
And what a tremendous game for Johnson. He has 11 points. And he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he's
Detroit with the ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. And so the ball out of bounds. Splitter touched it last.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Pistons. Tolliver comes in for Jackson. 1:31 left to play here in the fourth. They get it again. Tolliver the pass to Caldwell Pope. Deep two from Jennings. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Jennings has got 10 points in just the second half.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Hawks.
Clark, look at their number of assists.
Well, they minimized the one-on-one situations, Kevin. They got the ball moving, and it found the open guy.
Great ball movement, you're right. And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And a great team effort, but still, what an individual performance for Al Horford. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
They set the screen. Feeds it to Freak. Second chance shot. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. And the Hawks lead by 20.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
And stolen by Scott. It's Freak, top of the key. The kick out to Holiday, and so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight, Clark, a dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Al Horford.
It's just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show. But not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah, Al Horford put in some serious work bringing home this win tonight. He's always been the definition of a great two-way player. And when you've got a big man who's that versatile, it's a huge boost for your ball club.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.